Well, good morning and welcome to another very snowy, cold West Lothian. Remembered my gloves this time, so hopefully my hands won't freeze, because last week I had frostbite. It was really cold, and I even forgot to put the end on the video where you say the usual thing about liking and subscribing and commenting and all that stuff. So, in case I forget again, if you enjoy this video, it'd be fantastic if you could like, comment, subscribe, etc, etc, etc. Hit the bell icon for more. Anyway, right, I'm here just now. I'm at a place called Harperrig Reservoir, which is just off the A70, the A70, yeah, which runs from Edinburgh right through, heading down towards the border over that way. Cairns, I think the name of the place is, where it ends. So, that's where I am. And this is really out in the middle of nowhere here. It's far southern side of West Lothian. And I'm looking up here towards the Pentland hills, which are just over this way somewhere. And we're starting to get the sun just beginning to rise over the hills. We've got a lovely sunrise. So if I just stick on this movie here, and I'll let you see what I'm looking at, because it's actually rather nice. It's not what I came to photograph, but it's rather nice anyway. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. We've got across here, I don't know if you can see it in the picture because it's quite dark in mine here. Cairns Castle is here. We've got the hills, we've got the sunrise. Just got all that lined up. It's rather nice. I think what I'll do, in actual fact, is move this round ever so slightly so that I've got the dips of the hills hitting the thirds of my rule of thirds. Do you see that? Just kind of here and here. Right, so pull these back on. It's about -6 according to my car. It's very cold. Yeah, so that's what we've got. Switch the movie off and I'll take that shot just while it's there. 1, 2, 3. Click. I'll be honest, it's not as nice as it was earlier on when I set up. The sun has disappeared in behind a cloud, which disappeared just while I was talking to you just there. Which is a shame I didn't catch it because it was really nice. The ice, there is ice on the water and it is making some really disconcerting cracking noises. I don't know if it can't be melting surely, but it must just be, I don't know, maybe it's when it's expanding against the rocks or something, I don't know. But I also don't want to walk down on this bit here. There's a wee dip just down here that you can't see. Someone's been walking on it, you can see that, but I don't actually know if that is the edge of the reservoir there, just covered in snow, or if it's actually like a beach or something, you know. And I don't want to go in and find out because I really don't fancy it. Do you hear that? It's like a gun going off. That's the ice. Anyway, yeah, I don't fancy getting soaking wet in freezing cold water. So, yeah, that's that. Move on to the next location. So we've come a little bit further round now because this is what I actually came here to photograph this morning, which was this, which is called Cairns Castle on just beside the Harperrig Reservoir. It's an old castle, obviously. There's only one tower of it left. There used to be a lot more. Now you need to be careful when you're photographing this particular castle because there's actually a farmhouse. You'll have seen it in the earlier picture there. There's a farmhouse over on the other side of it. So you need to be careful when you're getting the picture, otherwise you end up with the farmhouse either on this side of it or on that side of it. But as it is, if I stick on the movie again, as always, you'll see here that it's got the castle just down here. We've got a whole load of empty space here before you got into the minor hills away over there. But I quite like that. I might crop this down to maybe a square crop or possibly an 8x10. I'll see. See what it looks like. Anyway, that's it. I do like all this iced up water though. You can see it just disappears into the distance. It's beautiful. I should add, as always, well not as always, but as often do, bracketing the castle itself, and the sunrise is over that way somewhere. The castle is in shadow, so if I bracket it I should be able to bring some detail out. I'm not sure the castle even sees much in the way of sunshine at this time of year, you know, but yeah, bracket it, bring out some of the details, see what we get. Okay, here we go. Just trying to remember to focus, because I always forget to focus, then look stupid. I've got a wee bit of exposure compensation on here, just a couple of stops up, but here we go. So I've moved in a bit closer now. I've dug out my macro lens, which I don't often dig out. I bought it during lockdown last year because it was obviously we couldn't get out of the house at all. So I bought this macro lens to get pictures of flowers in the garden and stuff like that. So I've dug it out. I was trying to capture some of the ice on this fence post here. It's a 30mm lens, so I can't get in too close. But if I stick on the movie, you'll see what we've got here. I'm just concentrating on the post itself. So I just want to try and capture. I'm right down f3.5, giving me an exposure of 1/1000th of a second. Just stuck the post on the third here. It's not going anywhere. So I'll switch that off and grab the picture. So I've moved in closer again. It's probably as close as I can get, really. Focusing right on the back of the post here. Let me just, if I switch on that again, and there you go, you can see, hang on, so let me focus right on the very back. Yeah, f3.5, so I've got the very front of the post is out of focus. The fence itself also out of focus, kind of blurred, but we're just focusing on the very back corner there, which I kind of like. So switch that off, and I shall grab the shot. So I've come round a little bit further now. I was just over here at the fence over here, but I'm round beside the castle, which is right beside me, just up here. But I moved round to get a picture of the wee bridge across the river here. Put the movie on, you'll see it. This is the river, obviously, that feeds the reservoir. It's quite a well-known river, actually. If you know Edinburgh, this is the Water of Leith. Way before it becomes that river that flows through Edinburgh. This is where it starts, just a few hundred yards up there. And they built the reservoir, in fact, because they wanted to control the flow of the river through Edinburgh to power all the mills and everything that worked off it back in the day, so 18th century time, you know. So yeah, wanted to get a picture of this wee bridge here. I think it's probably the first bridge across the Water of Leith. There's plenty more in Edinburgh, as I'm sure you'll know, before it runs out way down in Leith, down at the shore in Edinburgh, down into the River Forth. Anyway, that's a lot further on. we'll grab this picture for now. I'm at F10. And let me just talk you through the picture. We've got the bridge obviously sitting here on the lower thirds. The top 2/3 of the picture or so are taken up with all these trees. Not much of a sky, to be honest. It's a bit dull. There's some detail in it, not a great deal. I might see if I can bring that out in post-processing. We'll see. And there's also these power lines across here, which may or may not come out. I might need to thingy them out in the post-production. So yeah, as I was saying, we've got the bridge here, we've got the water, the river just running straight down here. Iced up river straight down from that bottom left third down to the bottom right corner, just leading your eye through the picture. So I'll switch off the movie like that, focus up, and I shall take the shot. Click. So I'm going to call it a day at that. It's those of you who shoot Sony will know that they don't cope particularly well in this kind of weather, and right enough I've just had to change the battery on the movie camera there. So yeah, we'll call it a day at that. It's starting to dull over anyway. It's supposed to be a nice day today, but it seems to have clouded over whether you like it or not. So I will leave it at that. If you've enjoyed it, as I said earlier on, do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell icon. Would be fantastic, because that would let you see all the nonsense that I post. So if you've enjoyed it, yeah, I'd like you to see more of this rubbish. Okay, so that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.